everyone, I'm Jade Zorab, trustee of Lovetech. I'm here to introduce two of our committee members, Holly and Gilly, who are going to talk to you a little bit more about their recent experience with TechMums, a recent event that we put on, and we've got another one to follow. So Holly and Gilly, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Holly. I joined Lovetech over a year ago. I'm a project analyst at the Financial Intelligence Unit. I joined Lovetech. It was actually suggested within our office. Our IT lead suggested it to us. And what I really wanted to do as part of the charity was to be there for young people, young girls who needed a bit more help or direction and know what kind of other cool jobs were out there. That it wasn't all you were going to university and you had three options, that with STEM subjects there's actually loads of different careers you can go into, and ones that you'd never think of and ones that you wouldn't believe that were on the island.
What about you, Gilly?
So I'm Gilly Christian. I work with Holly also at the Financial Intelligence Unit, and we joined together. For me, it was sort of, like Holly says, it's really important to get children into areas of work that they weren't really sure about to begin with. I personally went to university not having a clue about what I wanted to do. So it's really great to fall into a job that I love and is part of the STEM subject.
And both of you joined us as mentors initially, and you've been excellent mentors to all of the girls and boys who attend our events. But you've recently joined our committee, so we've roped you into helping us organise some of the events, which you've both been just absolutely fantastic at doing. And you have been an instrumental part of our TechMums series. So I was hoping, perhaps start with you, Gilly, you could tell us a bit more about TechMums and give us a flavour of what it's all about.
Yeah, so TechMums was basically to help mums and women get into technology and sort of understand it a little bit more. We started nice and basic, and a lot of it is about the community feel really, and sort of getting into learning about technology and really sort of everyday aspects of technology, and things that can be instrumental in your everyday life. So it was great to sort of get together with a nice group of women and learn together
and help empower them, I guess.
Yeah.
Holly, we had varied attendance at the event.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about the sort of network that attracted, and maybe just a bit more about how the sessions are structured?
Yeah, so we had a range of different women attend. There were some that did have a bit more tech knowledge and some that were starting again. So as Gilly said, we did start very basic. So in the first session we did explain to everyone that they could attend whenever they wanted. It's so informal. It's not a club. You don't have to pay. You don't have to be there every week. You just drop in and out when you need, and we give them a login so they can see what's upcoming in all the sessions. So it varied really. We had a lot of people that came throughout, and we started off with all the Google searches, and eventually it finished off with learning how to code and app design and web design. But yeah, we had a range of different women, and it was great really, because then everyone got to share their knowledge, and they got to learn off each other as well as off us, and we learned off them as well, and it was empowering. You left the session on such a high. You had this little buzz at the end. Everyone left smiling. It was great.
And I suppose part of the TechMums experience is, as you said, it's geared towards mums of different tech abilities. So there may be some mums who want to learn a bit more in the tech space to take forward their own business or to advance their own careers. There were some mums who attended who wanted to really be able to support their children and understand a bit more about social media. And as you said, it creates a wonderful network of mums at the end who can really share their common experiences. So we had, varying feedback, as you said before, from the mums who attended. Different sessions geared towards different abilities. We obviously are due to put on another series of those soon. So for mums who are watching this and who are looking forward to attending, have you got some messages for them about key highlights that you experienced from the previous series and some other reasons to come?
Yeah, I think I think the biggest thing that the mums enjoyed was definitely the community feel of it, the sitting together, having a coffee and a cake and talking about their experiences and that they're having within their families. Holly touched upon some of the points that we covered. Sort of online banking was a particularly good one, where we had somebody come in from a bank and talk to us about the options that you have on the app, or how she manages her money, and how you can deal with that using technology, and it's just little things like that definitely that were definitely key highlights.
I think that's a great point, of the mentors that were brought into that series. So mentor wise, I suppose it's quite interesting because tech has capability across all sectors. Do you want to tell us more about some of the mentors who featured in our last series?
Yeah, so we had 3 experts come in, and it was nice because it broke it up for us and for the mums, that they didn't have to listen to us the whole time. So we had an expert in cybersecurity. He came in and did a presentation. So we obviously were given content which we had to cover and discuss, but we took the key points and we tailored it to what the mums wanted and to the Isle of Man, as Gilly said, like with the apps. Obviously in the UK, banking apps, you can get a lot more that other apps that cover your banking and do your budget for you, whereas we can't access them over here. So the banking expert came in and explained everything for that. Our cybersecurity went over safe passwords, examples, real life examples as well, so you were able to relate to it. And then what was great is that everyone just felt so comfortable. You just raise your hand and ask your question you needed to. We also had a computer programmer at the end come in and help with the coding and the web design. So
so the mums were actually coding during the event?
Mums were coding,
Brilliant.
yeah, so it was great.
It was absolutely brilliant, even for us, to be honest. That's definitely not my sort of area of expertise. So even I, learned loads there, but it's lovely to all be together and learning these things.
And so would you say, from a confidence perspective, the mums that attended at the end of the series felt a lot more confident and comfortable about dealing with tech?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Sorry.
They left with, I think they left with a lot more skills that they didn't have before. Some actually went out and got their first job using the skills that they had learned off the course from after having their children. So it was really great to see, and it was just lovely watching it. It was like them all graduating off. It was great.
I think as well, it's sort of a key point is these ladies are incredibly intelligent and have such brilliant jobs themselves, and the learning from TechMums has absolutely assisted them in their careers. There were some women who were looking to build websites for their own businesses, or learning how to use technology in their everyday job as a doctor. So they were it was great to see that every time they were leaving every session, they say how much they've helped and how much it's helped them in how they can put it into their practical lives.
That's brilliant. And most of the events we've done to date, as much as they're geared towards families, have been focused on obviously young girls and the boys that attend these things. But this is the first event we've really done that has been geared towards mums specifically. And we've spoken about all the benefits obviously for themselves and their confidence. But there is obviously an application to being able to empower and inspire their children, which is a great focus of the charity as well. So do you want to touch on maybe some of the ways or some of the things that the mums learnt to be able to help support them in a family context as well, understanding more about social media and related technologies?
Yeah, I think with social media, especially the way it's developing, every new generation has a new app that they use, and obviously we're used to just using the main like Facebook and Instagram. So we went over like the security settings of on social media, because obviously there's like Snapchat and people can follow your location and stuff. So we taught them about that, and they were able then to have a conversation with their kids. Also like there was different meanings of emojis and stuff, because kids come up with great ways of hiding little acronyms and stuff in their messages. There's also things like helping them get the best laptop, we had questions, 'cause there's so many different types, like for gaming, getting iPads, for schoolwork. So they would ask us what was best, and if we didn't know the answer, we'd go out and find it. And we had a little WhatsApp group just for notifications of where the class is tonight, or if it's on, or if it got cancelled. But if anything was helpful, a link, we just sent it in there for them to have.
Brilliant. And I think it's about striking that balance, isn't it, between encouraging and inspiring that use of technology, but making sure that that's done in a really safe and controlled way. And as you said, it's so difficult because there is such a progression and advancement of technology, and sometimes it is generational. So different generations use different sorts of social media channels or different types of equipment, and it's about having that general awareness, isn't it, to make sure that that's encouraged but in a really controlled fashion. So it was a series of workshops, wasn't it, over 6 weeks, and mums had the ability to drop in, is that right? So they can pick up and go as they please?
Yeah, we kept it super casual. We sort of kept the same time. We had a couple of location changes. Where we first started, we felt like there was a better location at Max Telecom headquarters with lots of parking. So that was great. But yeah, it's super informal. Pop in as you like, and I think that's the best way. Obviously, we understand that mums are busy. And
things happen, don't they? Things crop up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, So a couple of hours each week. But it was great. We found that they really loved coming, and it was something that they looked forward to every week. So that's all we could ask for, really.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So do stay tuned to our website and our social media channels. We are due to put another series on soon, and we'd love it if you could attend. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.